Hi, my name is Eric Zaleski with PCE Investment Bankers, and today we're going to discuss the entire transaction process in an ESOP. So we at PCE like to start the ESOP transaction process in a preliminary phase. The preliminary phase gives you your education to understand what an ESOP is, as well as a high-level view of value and what that means to your company. Because often we want to make sure our interests are aligned and that value range that we provide you is similar to what you're expecting for your company. And this is all done pre-engagement with PCE. The next step would be to move toward an engagement. And that engagement for PCE is two phases. The first phase is a feasibility study. The feasibility study is an all-encompassing, detailed value range for your company. It's a lot more in-depth than the one you've received preliminary. So we dive deep. It's almost like an audit into the company. So we have to understand it a lot better to really drill down into what that true range of value is in a transaction. We also look at the corporate structure of the company because there's multiple different ways that you can do an ESOP. It can be a 30% ESOP, it could be 100%. The ESOP trustee doesn't care how much it owns. So we want to look at all of those different structures so you can make the right decision on what's best for you. That also includes whether it's an S Corp or a C Corp, and we'll go through the differences in what that means to you and the company. So also what's in the feasibility study is financing. We take a look at whether the banks out there are going to be able to finance your transaction and put capital in your pocket, along with what those gross proceeds and the net proceeds mean to you. The last thing we typically look at is an employee benefit level and whether or not that benefit level is exactly what you want to receive for your employees. So once we deliver the feasibility study, it's meant to be iterative. So we go back and forth and really narrow down into one transaction structure that's right for you. And once you do have that transaction structure, we move to our phase two, and that's implementing the ESOP. And that's starting off with developing the team, your attorney. We would hire first, and then we would look to interview trustees that are buyers for your company. The trustees come in for an interview. It's got to be a really good personality fit for one that you deem is right. And then we move forward to hire them and their team. Their team is an attorney and a valuation expert. Once that's done, we go ahead and set up a management presentation that we're providing to the trustee. This is typically about a half a day meeting, and it details all of your company, from the history to the financials to the operations. It's basically your time to go ahead and sell your company to the buyer in a verbal way. So the negotiation process is going to start after the management presentation. They're already hired, they're waiting for an offer, meaning the trustee is. We go ahead and submit that offer to sell the company for X and all the terms. And we await to hear what the negotiation back is from the trustee. So there's going to be a lot of negotiating back and forth through, and we'll go ahead and agree on one term, move to the next one, and it just works itself out over the process. And it usually does take about 4 to 6 turns of that transaction document to get about to 90 to 95% complete with just a little tweaks that need to be done, at the end. So while we're negotiating with the trustee, we're also going out and negotiating with the banks for financing. Obviously, that's an important thing for you because you want to have capital in your pocket at close. So we're going out and negotiating with multiple banks to receive the best term sheets and find the best fit for you. So once the negotiations are done, we bring in the company attorney to start all the transaction documents, including the ESOP documents. They don't do the bank documents. The bank's going to have their own attorney, and that takes probably a good 4 weeks from start to close until those documents are done, and then we move to close. I think the overall timeline from starting at phase 1 for that feasibility study to actually ink dry on the paper is right around 5 months. Thanks for joining me today, and if you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you may be notified when new content is posted.